Hello everyone, my name is the Voice Bunny, as y'all know me, and today we are back with game theory, a review, reaction. It's reaction. We're back at it again. We've done this before, and these videos get a lot of views and a lot of attention, and people seem to really like them. So that's pretty good. So game theory just like 20 hours ago, they came out with the secret origin of the creepers, which, from what I know, creepers are like one of the most popular creatures in Minecraft, so this is gonna be an interesting one. So, yeah, if you want to see more of these game theory reaction videos, and maybe you want to see not only like Minecraft game theory videos, but maybe others, like the secret horror behind Carrion's monster, the Science of Carrion. I don't know. If you want me to react to other shit about game theory, or like anything else you want me to do, anything else, then please comment it down below. Like the video if you're gonna like it, and subscribe for the channel for more content like this. And yeah, I guess let's just watch the video.
Here we see the Eye of Horus. The ancient Egyptians used it as a symbol of protection and good health.
Ooh.
And here we have ourselves the Ankh, representing life. Write that down.
Yes.
And this one? Well, we just haven't figured this one out yet.
Dr. MatPat, what's that hissing sound?
Probably just the sound my torch makes when it's...
Okay.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that continues to chisel away at the hidden lore of Minecraft. And in that little archaeological dig, we've covered the secrets hidden in a lot of Minecraft's environments.
This is what I actually found really special about game theory things about Minecraft, because you don't expect Minecraft to have a lore, and a lot of people criticize it at first when MatPat said he was going to do a Minecraft series on with game theory, but no, it works. It works. A lot of these things kind of make sense, and I actually pretty much like it a lot. It's very interesting to see this, and if it's true, we don't know, but it's really believable, actually.
The game's underwater biomes, to the woodland mansions and caves, to what lies beyond the portals to the nether in the end. But one that I've largely left ignored up till now has been the desert biome, which I can now say, having researched this theory, was a huge mistake on my part. While the desert might be lacking in life, it is teeming with lore, filled with subtle game design decisions that give us details about the long-forgotten ancient world of this game, and connecting in with a lot of the theories that we've had since the earliest days of the channel. In short, the desert is where everything in the lost history of Minecraft's world began, which is why it is a shame that I am only starting to cover it now. So I hope you're thirsty, theorists, thirsty for a nice, tall, cool glass of knowledge, that is, because today is all about cats, creepers, and desert temples. Oh my. But first, just a quick note here to say that brand new Theoryware is available right now, right below this video. For this new science collection, we actually pulled out all the stops to offer new items that we've never made available before. You've of course got all the apparel you'd expect, like this super cool geometric t-shirt and this awesome lightweight tech hoodie, which, it's worth noting, was designed alongside your feedback from our live streams. Chock full of all the premium
if you guys really like game theory and you've actually bought merch, please say in the comments down below what you got, because I really wanted to get some of the Christmas merch they got like 2 years ago or 1 year ago. That was really good, but I never got around to get it. But this also looks good. Game theory has some good merch, so if you're interested in buying it, just do it. It's worth it. It's good quality.
Details that you've come to expect with our merch, including dipped drawstrings, thumb holes, and double-lined hood. But then there's some cool new items that we've never made before, like game theory shoes. No joke, here they are, and they are unlike any shoe you've ever seen. I mean, what other shoe on planet Earth is gonna let you wear neon green like this on your feet? There's also our new Game Boy inspired card holder if you're not the wallet type.
The Game Theory card holder, able to hold everything from your frequent user of Chuck E. Cheese card to your now defunct Disney annual pass to embarrassing photos of your girlfriend from when she was in high school.
Wait a minute, what?
This pack of 3 mini theory notebooks that are perfect for jotting down notes in your purse or back pocket. Even a cuddly new best friend for you to enjoy that we've spent, no joke, literally the past like 3 years trying to make happen just because you guys wanted him so badly on GT Live. Meet the ultimate Peepachu. Ollie is very excited that he's joined the crew. But perhaps
wait, is that Ollie? If you don't know, that's their son, you know?
Meet the ultimate Peepachu. Ollie is very...
Oh, look at him. Jesus, he's fucking grown a lot. I should probably not talk about it's about Minecraft. I know, but this is cute. Is this a reference or something to a video or video game? Because I have no idea what this is, and I'm kind of a fan of game theory. Please let me know in the comments down below. This is nice. I like this. Wholesome.
Very excited that he's joined the crew.
Wholesome
But perhaps
content.
the coolest thing we done, and the last thing I'll mention right now, our first ever game theory watch, complete with an engraved
Whoa.
backing, a little light up trophy on the face, and essential functions like a stopwatch and water resistance.
That is
What
so
time is
cool.
It's theory time. Watch, look, it's our logo. It's our logo right there.
All of that is available only for the next 2 weeks, so
I
grab
want that
them before
watch.
time runs out.
I'm
They're
saying
all
it again.
available right
Watches are the most useless thing you can buy in your life, but this is really cool. I want this.
below this video if you want to check them out. And now, back to our theory. Now,
Alright.
to begin with a quick refresher, my little Minecraft lore series, which I've been building on for the better part of 2 years, began with the premise that the world of Minecraft was once home to an ancient civilization of builders who left behind the structures that we see today. Over time, and many episodes of game theory, we've been able to show that this ancient race was obsessed with preserving life, leading to experiments with soul sand that resulted in the creation of the Wither, alongside other mobs that might also be made from souls. And while I think I've made a pretty solid case for all that so far, today we're going to examine a piece of evidence in the game that is by far the strongest argument for this being the true history of the Minecraft universe, one absolutely intended by the game developers, and not just me, you know, doing that thing that I always do where I insert lore where lore was never meant to go. So what exactly am I talking about? Well, if we examine the blocks of the temples that spawn randomly into the desert biome, we see a symbol that looks like a real-world hieroglyph, which in ancient Egypt was the symbol of life. The
Am I the only one who didn't? It kind of looks like it, yeah, but if that is intentional, I am so dumb for not recognizing that.
And this should immediately strike you as odd. The world of Minecraft is entirely fictional, and largely a blank slate, where we can layer in whatever adventures we want to have in this world. And yet, for some reason, this is our one instance of a real-world symbol being used in the Minecraft universe. I mean, when the game's developers were designing these structures, they didn't have to use any symbol. It's not like jungle temples or underwater temples have any sort of real-world symbology in them. So that's already an odd little outlier about these temples, but beyond that, if they really felt the need to use hieroglyphics, there are dozens of iconic ones that they could have chosen, like the Eye of Horus, which, if you ask me, is much more iconic. Get it? Iconic? I hate myself so much. But
Yeah.
instead, they decided to go with the Ankh, a symbol of life. Interesting. What's more, the Ankh didn't just symbolize life. It was a symbol of the idea of the continuity of life. The ancient Egyptians were famous for mummifying their dead and then building elaborate, beautiful, and massive tombs for them. All of this was based on the idea that what we now think of as death wasn't the end of life, but rather just one step on their journey into the afterlife. Hence the need to
afterlife, of
preserve the
course.
physical body even after all signs of life leave it. That is roughly what the Ankh stood for. Eternal life. Life after death. Which, if you ask me, ties in pretty neatly with the theory that I've been crafting about these Minecraft builders. An ancient civilization obsessed with life and finding a way to conquer death? Check. Building a bunch of ancient structures that have endured to the present day, leaving archaeologists like us trying to piece together how these ancient civilizations operated? Check again. And this is just scratching the surface. The more that we dig into the desert biome, the more we start to get a clearer picture of what kinds of projects those ancient builders were working.
Are you here to help us?
I think something's wrong here.
Working on. Oh yeah, we're talking about those guys. One of gaming's most iconic enemies, the Creeper. One of the first
Really?
things that every player
Okay,
learns about the desert
sure.
pyramids is, well, you gotta be careful, because the people who built them left behind some traps. Traps in the form of TNT. In fact, desert pyramids are one of the very few places in the game that you can actually find TNT. You can find TNT near the ocean by looting buried treasure and shipwrecks, but the only places that you're gonna be finding TNT in the world itself are in the desert pyramids or in certain Woodland mansion rooms. Put a pin in that Woodland mansion stuff. We're going to come back to that in a few minutes.
Oh,
Now, the
not
desert
again.
temple TNT is notable because TNT has a very specific connection to the Creeper. Obviously, TNT and the Creeper are both very explodey. They both make a similar hissing sound. You may also notice that crafting TNT requires gunpowder, and one of the few reliable sources of gunpowder is killing creepers. What you might not know about the creeper is that they are literally made of TNT. No joke, in the official Minecraft book, The Bestiary, you get to see a cross-section of a creeper that has a TNT block shoved right into the center of its body. Now, in case you didn't realize this, Mother Nature doesn't tend to put neat little labels on your internal organs. Otherwise, all those dissections in high school science class would be way easier. No, this outright tells us that the creeper was an artificial creation by some sort of people that would label a block of explosives as TNT. Like, for example, the same civilization that built the desert pyramids and rigged them with TNT traps. And yeah, I get that the TNT label is kind of a joke, but also it's kind of not a joke, because in that same bestiary entry, which is written from the perspective of an in-world adventurer, they point out that, quote, the ancient desert temples clearly portray the creeper's image. Now, it might seem weird at first to suggest that the creepers were made by a civilization located in a desert, or even made in a desert at all. After all, creepers are green, and the desert biome is significantly less green than other places in the game world. But remember, this mob was made by an ancient civilization, and the desert they lived in might not be completely identical to the desert that we see today. In fact, just like with the Ankh, this is another place where I think turning to real-world Egypt can actually give us some insight. While most people's mental picture of Egypt just includes things like the pyramids and sand, lots and lots of sand, Egypt is also home to the Nile River, which is surrounded by lush plant life. Now, way back in 2014, I actually did a Minecraft episode all about the creeper.
He did this before? Bruh.
Episode, but a science episode trying to pick apart what the creeper could possibly be. Back then, I theorized that the creeper's green color was peat moss, decayed vegetation often found near bodies of water like bogs, rivers, and marshes. And wouldn't you know it, but peat is, in fact, found near rivers like the Nile River in real-world Egypt. So yeah, turns out that real-world Egypt is home to the sort of stuff that creepers could potentially be made out of. But of course, we don't care about real-world deserts, we care about Minecraft deserts.
We care about the Minecraft boys.
Green bomb monster come out of there. We unfortunately don't see the same kind of lush floral wildlife in the game that we see in real-world Egypt after all. But could Minecraft's deserts have once flowed with a river similar to the Nile? Is there even a way that we could possibly tell this fact in a video game? Yes and yes. In fact, we can know it in the game in much the same way that real-world researchers have to solve the same problem in real life, using geologic formation. Answering the question of what ancient worlds looked like is something that real-world researchers have to tackle all the time. Since Mars has been in the news lately, let's use that as our example. Many scientists currently believe that Mars was once home to liquid water, but why would they think that considering the planet is currently drier than Donkey's sense of humor? Well, because of geologic formations. The surface...
Jesus! Mattpack, you didn't have to go after Donkey. What the fuck? That was like an out of nowhere roast. It's a good one, but Jesus.
The surface of Mars has canyons, the same kind of canyons that would be carved by a flowing river, and have been carved by a flowing river here on Earth. By the same token, we can look at the desert hills in Minecraft and conclude the high likelihood that they also would have been made by ancient waterways, slowly carving away at the land bit by bit, year after year. How do I know that I'm not completely overthinking this? Remember, these aren't just sand dunes. If you start digging down, you hit sandstone, a rock that is formed mostly in rivers, lakes, the ocean floor, and beaches, all places that either currently have or once had water. So yeah, given what we know about real-world Egypt, the geologic formations of the biome, the fact that creepers are depicted in the temples, the connections to TNT, and heck, just the fact that creepers spawn in deserts, we get a good sense that creepers, the ancient builders, and the desert biomes may just all be connected. But if you look at the loot that appears in desert pyramids, another interesting picture starts to emerge. For one thing, you can loot ancient chests and find bones and rotten flesh. Not all that different from real-world archaeologists uncovering ancient Egyptian pyramids and finding preserved human remains.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh god. When we loot boxes in Minecraft and get rotten flesh, it's actually the flesh of ancient humans? We're desecrating 8-bit corpses? Oh, that puts it in an entirely new perspective. But what's really interesting about this, outside of the fact that now we've realized that we're just all poking dead bodies, is the next most common item that we'll find in these chests: string. Now, string might seem like the odd one out here. Maybe it's just a coincidence that it appears with the exact same frequency as sand and gunpowder, but I think there's something else going on here.
I mean, I guess it can be just from a spider web, you know? Like, I could get why Mojang wouldn't put like actual cobwebs in the chest, because I don't know, cobwebs are kind of I don't know. I think they just did string in there because of cobwebs. I don't know. It's like instead of cobwebs. I don't know. I don't. Yeah. He's probably gonna say like, oh well, cats drop cobweb and creepers are scared of cats or something. Something in that way. I don't know. Probably.
Consider this. In the Minecraft world, string is connected to cats. After all, tamed cats have a chance of giving string to the player.
There you go.
And cats drop string when they die. The premise is that cats love playing with string. But why would the ancient builder civilization that made the desert pyramids have any sort of connection with cats? Well, once again, we can turn to real-world Egypt.
Oh,
the
Anubis,
ancient
right?
Egyptians considered cats to
Yeah.
be sacred. A number of Egyptian deities had cat heads. Ancient religious texts from the time detailed the protective function of cats, as they were considered responsible for killing venomous snakes, and were considered in the first dynasty of Egypt to play an important role in keeping the pharaoh safe. Even on his journey into the afterlife, skeletal remains show that many pharaohs were buried with cats to keep them
Introducing Fuse TV, the first social video remixing platform for gamers. Fuse TV makes it super
safe. The fact that skeletal remains show that many pharaohs were buried with cats to keep them safe. The fact that Egyptians held cats as sacred role in keeping the pharaoh safe. Even on his journey into the afterlife, skeletal remains show that many pharaohs were buried with cats to keep them safe.
Wait. Did you guys know this? Wait, you're not gonna bury your cat with you. I guess. Sure, but that's creepy as fuck. I didn't know that. Jesus, we need to learn so much about this world. What the fuck? That's horrifying. I don't like that at all.
The fact that Egyptians held cats as sacred was something that enemies would sometimes take advantage of in battle. In the 6th century BC, during the Battle of Pelusium, Persian soldiers used cats as shields, expecting that Egyptians would be hesitant to attack if they thought they would risk hurting cats. Even wilder than the fact that they tried this as a combat maneuver is the fact that it actually worked. So how does this relate to the Minecraft world?
Okay.
Well, wouldn't you know it, but there's a particular Minecraft mob that's repelled by the appearance of cats, the creeper. It's a weird detail, right? Why this creature of all mobs would avoid something as random as cats? Well, it suggests either 1, that it's scared of cats, or 2, that it is the creation of a civilization that somehow found cats important. Creepers avoid cats because they don't want to hurt them, just like the ancient Egyptians avoided cats in wartime for fear of hurting the sacred creatures. I mean, seriously, it seems highly possible that the ancient builders made creepers with their own cat-worshipping sensibilities in mind. But those ancient desert builders aren't the only ones in the Minecraft world to worship cats. If you've ever found a woodland mansion, you might have stumbled across a room with a giant cat statue. It is unexpected, to say the least. Why would they do that? Well, you might say that the cat statue is a tribute to the Minecraft lead designer's pet cat Newton, and you'd be right, but there are lots of places that you could put this Easter egg. Why place it here?
I mean, aren't there like more wool statues of animals in the like Woodland Mansion? I thought there was like a chicken also. Isn't there? Come on, MatPat. I have to check afterwards. I can be totally wrong, and cat may be the only wool statue of an animal in the Woodland Mansion, but I think there also was like a chicken at least. Come on, I don't think it has anything to do with that actually.
In the Woodland Mansion.
Let's just see where it leads.
Well, remember earlier this episode when I mentioned that TNT only appears in 2 places in the Minecraft world? One was the Desert Pyramid, obviously, but the other is the Woodland Mansion, where you also find chests that are booby-trapped with TNT. Something tells me that the Illagers might be copying someone's homework. And not just with cats and TNT either, but with the whole concept of life itself. I've spent multiple episodes trying to prove to you how the Illagers are experimenting with the power of eternal life, most notably through their usage of the totems of the undying. But these Egyptian connections just take it all one step further. Cats, TNT, Ankhs, a quest for eternal life, from ancient Egypt to Minecraft desert temples to woodland mansions, it all connects. And now we start to see how these pieces may start to fall together. Could it be that creepers were some of the earliest creations of the ancient builders, living in their desert temples? Perhaps it was their experiments with life.
It would probably be a funny way. Oh god. It would probably be a funny way that like the Illagers just keep copying like the ancient civilization to maybe worship them, or just to finish the job that they were trying to do, you know, create life or like experiment and control life itself, which is pretty good, you know. This all ties together, and I like it. This theory is probably the most like, okay, yeah, that was a theory, all right, but it's still fun, okay. I still like it. Don't worry about that. But it's still interesting. I like this.
Creating life that led to the creation of a walking, sentient pillar of TNT. And as a society that valued cats, just like their counterparts in real-world Egypt, and as evidenced by the strings stored throughout their loot boxes, they endowed their creations with a similar respect for felines. And from there, could it be that Illagers are long-lost descendants of that culture, with their cat statues and their TNT booby trap?
No, I just think they copied the ancient civilization. Isn't that like... I thought that was always the thing that Mappa was going for, that, like, the Illagers are the bad guys, and they found stuff from maybe the ancient civilization, and they were copying them because they wanted to, like, literally what I said, like, 2 minutes ago. I think that's more it than that they are descended from the ancient civilization, which could also be a thing, because I think he said at one point that the villagers were, people from the ancient civilization who stayed instead of fled or something. I don't know. It could be both. Well, no, it could be both. But I like both theories. I really do.
Or are they just imitating this ancient culture, cargo culting it without really knowing the logic or reason behind it? Who knows?
Yeah,
The answer to that question may be coming. I hear that this summer we're going to be able to do our own archaeological excavations in Minecraft. I mean, I can dig it, as in archaeology pun. Get it? Again, I hate myself. I am so sorry. Anyway, until that moment, that, my friends, is the uncanny connection between creepers, cats, and desert temples. The strange coincidences just keep building, don't they?
Good job.
You can bet I'll be here to cover it all. But until the next one, remember, it's all just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. You know, one thing they don't warn you about being a YouTuber is the sheer amount of time you spend staring at screens. For this theory alone, I had Minecraft on one monitor and ancient aliens on the other, with my vision split down the middle like the Me Gusta meme. That's right, 2010 meme reference for the win. I am so old. Anyway, long story short, my eyes are tired, and to combat that searing feeling in my retinas, I've been taking a lot more walks to unplug. But it's not like I'm stopping my YouTube viewing while I'm out amongst the majesty of nature. I am listening to all my favorite channels, like Donkey, who I mentioned earlier today. And that means I'm taking my Raycon wireless earbuds with...
It's Raycon again. Nah. Before they actually sponsor me, I am not going to promote Raycon. Instead, I am saying their name. That's... goddamn. But that was a good theory. Good job, MapPad. I like it. Hopefully you liked it as well. And if you did, then please like the video and subscribe for more content like this, because it's already the end of the video. Comment down below everything I said in this video, like what I wanted to know and everything. Hopefully I see you guys in the next video, which is probably going to be in a long time. But as I said, you can just comment down below and ask me things. Say that, oh, maybe you can react to this, or maybe you can play this game, or maybe you can do that. I'm open for everything, and I would love to make content for you guys that is catered to like you. So that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop. Heard motherfuckers talk, seen them drop. If I ain't got a weapon, I'ma pick up a rock. And when I bust your ass, I'm gonna continue to rock. Get your ass on the wall with your 2 left feet. It's real easy, just follow the beat. Don't let that fine girl pass you by. Look real close, cause strobe lights. We about to have a party. Let's get it started. Shake. I'm looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step right up. Some girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl that will do whatever the fuck I say. Every day she be giving it up. Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. I'm a menace, a dentist.
an oral hygienist. Open your mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes. Take a little bit of this fluoride riddance. Swish but don't spit it, swallow it now finish. Yeah, me and Nate deal double G, looking for a couple bitches with some double D's. Pop a little champagne and a couple D's, slipping in the bubbly. We finished in the have a party. Let's get it started.
Go and shake it. I'm looking for a girl I can fuck in my Hummer truck. Apple bottom jeans and a big old
Some
slut.
girls they act retarded. Some girls are body.
I want a bitch that sit at the crib with no panties on. Knows that she can, but she won't say no. Now look at this lady all in front of me, sexy as can be. Tonight I want a slut. Would you be mine? Heard you was freaky from a friend of mine.
Now I hope you don't get mad at me, but I told Nate you was a freak. He said he wants a slut. Hope you don't mind. I told him how you like it from behind.
Now shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. We about to have a party. Let's get it started.
Shake it.
I'm looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step right up. Some girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl